What's up, Hobbyist? Welcome again to another Dragon Ball Super deck profile, and this time I'm gonna share with you guys my deck that I use in Oceana Regionals last weekend, May 29. By the way, guys, before I start, I really appreciate and I really love the community of Oceana. The people there are so nice. The people there are so patient, and when I play with them, they're so detailed. There are no toxic people there. My experience totally in the Oceana was really awesome. I really love to play again this June for the Oceana Regionals, and I'll share to you my experience with my every battle later uh, after I present to you my King Cold build. But yeah, thank you, and thank you for the Oceana players, and I really enjoy playing with you guys, especially those guys that I play with. It was really fun, and it was so cool to play with other people, because I only used to play with my fellow Filipino players. And yeah, guys, that was my first ever regional. I participated, because the previous years I haven't gotten any time to go out to Singapore or fly to other countries to join because of work schedule. But with the webcam tournament, with the internet tournament, I managed to play at regionals this last weekend. So I really had fun, and it was awesome to meet people like you guys. You're so very good at the community. You're no toxic players. You are very polite players. I really love you, Oceana players. I am hoping to play with you again soon. All right, so let's get to it in my own version of King Cold. By the way, guys, disclaimer: I still don't have the dormant, which is a key to this deck, a key card to this deck, dormant. But I managed to work around it, and all right, I'm just gonna present to you my build, my King Gold. By the way, I went 3 wins and 3 losses in the Oceana Regionals, and I'll tell you the details and my match results and my opponents later. Okay. Okay, first off, King Cold. All right. Sorry, another another FYI moments. As I mentioned before that I don't usually make meta decks. Before King Cold is meta right now, I I'm eyeing this ever since set 13 cards revealed. So when I build this, I didn't know that King Cold would be so much popular right now. There are a lot of King Cold decks, and I think one King Cold managed to win the regionals. I don't know, but yeah, King Cold right now is hype, and I didn't know, but I love playing King Cold right now. It really suits my game style. Anyway, that's too much of an intro, too much of information, but let's go to the deck profile. All right, King Cold. It has a permanent ability that when you activate a field card with 2 or less, reduce it from your hand by 1. And when you play this card, automatically you get to play this King Cold Dynasty. It's a barrier field, and if your card is King Cold, you can place any number of field cards with 2 or with energy cost of 2, right? In the field, and can you can play more fields of 2 costs in your battle area without them taking out, because the usual rule for field cards, when you play a field card, for example Brawler's Ring, if you play Brawler's Ring and you play another Brawler's Ring, you're gonna take out the first Brawler Rings in the battle area and play the new field. Or for example, you play yellow green Broly, you play a field card of Brawler's Ring, and then you play Planet Vegeta, Brawler's Ring is out in the field, and Planet Vegeta is now in your battle area. But with this King Cold field card, you can play any field cards with 2 costs in your battle area without them putting in the drop. And it has another permanent ability that you cannot play the same copy. For example, if you have Terrified Realization in the field, you cannot play it in the field, and you cannot play another Terrified Realization in the field and take out the first. You cannot do that because of the permanent ability. But we have a lot of ways to remove our field cards and place the same field cards in the battle area. Alright, so yeah, of course, one of his auto once per turn. When you play the field card, you can take up to 1 life and draw 1. And permanent and awaken is on top of energy. In the awaken side, same with the permanent of the every field cost with every field will cost 1 less in your hand. And once per turn, when you play a field card, you draw 1. And then it has an activate battle. Once per turn, you take out one of your field card with 2 energy to the drop area. These cards gain plus 10,000 power. So this one of the field card removal in your battle area. By the way, all of the field cards of King Cold, not all, but most of the field card of King Cold has an auto when they are placed in the drop area. So let's discuss that later. Alright, so that's basically the King Cold leader play. Alright, let's go to the field cards. I have 2 Terrified Realization. If you have a 4 or more field cards in your battle area, all of your Frieza clan will gain plus 5,000 power. And when this card is placed in your battle area, you could take 1 life and draw 1. So yeah, only 2 because I haven't I don't need to recycle this in my battle area because I only need it just for the buff for my Frieza clan. Alright, and this is one of good cards. I only play 3 of a new ruler. When you play this card, you can add up to 1 card from your life and look at the top 3 of your deck and get 1 mono green card and place the other at the bottom of your deck. And when this card is placed in drop area, you could choose 1. You could draw 1 and then discard 1 from your hand. So this is a good good searcher for green card in your deck. If you can get your super combo or another field card if you want, or UNISON. That's a good searcher for the deck. This is one of my favorite field cards of Frieza, the Unstoppable Invasion. I run 4 of these because I really love its buff. When you play this card, you can take up to 1 life, and your leader card gets 10,000 and double strike. And when this card is placed in the drop area, you can choose one of your opponent's UNISON card and remove a marker from it. These are really great card in terms of playing and removing it from your battle area. Imagine your King Cold 25k double strike, or removing one of your opponent's UNISON's marker. It's a really great card. So I ran 4 of these. Alright, next field card. Also a staple field card. Alright. One of the good field cards also in this deck is anticipated onslaught. Wait. Sorry, yeah. I ran 4 of these, so I was sure I saw only 3 in my hand, but yeah. I ran 4 of these, anticipate onslaught. This is a really another great card for King Cold, because when you play this card, you could take up to 1 of your no. When you play this card, you draw 1, and you play Frieza army or Frieza clan in your hand with 2 or less and play it for free. And when one of your field card is removed from battle area, you can activate this auto once per turn. You could KO one of your opponent's battle card with 2 or less in the battle area. So these are really good card for playing for free. There are Frieza cards here in this deck that if you have that could lessen their energy cost in your hand if you have a specific number of field cards in your battle area. So let's take a look at that later. So yeah, this is one of my favorite field cards in Frieza. These 2 are my favorite field cards in King Cold deck. Let's go let's go for the battle cards. Of course, Unison. Let's go for first with our Unison. Of course, the Unison for this deck is this King Vegeta, Umbral, Invader. These are really great field card for King Cold. For activate +1, you can play a field card for free. So imagine playing for a field card for free. And -1, you could your opponent choose one of their cards with 5 or less and KO it. So it's a good remover, but I haven't really used that -1. But the -3 is so very good that when you activate it in battle, you get +5 for every field card in your battle area and a triple strike for that turn, for that battle. Oh no, for the turn, alright. So these are really great finisher because most of the cards right now has a removal for removal in battle cards. So it's really hard to finish the game with battle cards right now. So mostly you finish the game with Unison or with your leader. So this is a good triple strike finisher for the game. Alright, let's go for the battle cards. One of the key essential of this deck is this Berryblue. This is a searcher. Look at the top 7 of your deck. Get 1 Unison or 1 field card in the top 7 and shuffle your deck. And this good recycle for your battle cards. Imagine if you pop with one of your battle cards with King Cold's ability active battle, and you can activate this main to play again that battle card from that area by Berryblue. So imagine you pop the Unstoppable Invasion and then play it with Berryblue. So after ability to play it again in the field, so King Cold gets +10 double strike for that turn. So that's a really good recycling for your battle area and maximizing the ability of King Cold to remove some field cards in your battle area. And another one of my good tech in this. It's not really a tech. Most of the King Cold players play this, but I played 3. Most of the I haven't seen King Cold decks. They played only around 2 this, but I played this 3 because this for me is a really good surprise for the opponent, because when you play this card you get to draw 1 and you play and you untap 2 of your energy, and this card gets 16k power and all of your opponent's battle card are KO. Of course, barriers cannot be KO'd. So yeah, these are really good cards. You can play this for free with this anticipated onslaught and just pay 2 and you get that 16k boost and removal from your opponent's battle area. So this is a 16k, this is a 20k double striker up until your opponent's next turn. Alright, this is one of the Frieza cards that reduce cost from the hand with for every 2 field in your battle area, reduce the cost of this Frieza by 1. So imagine this is 2 cost Frieza if you have 4 field cards in your battle area. So you can also play with anticipated onslaught this Frieza if you have 4 field cards in your battle area, and it has a once per turn. This, by the way, this is a dual attack blocker, and it has a once per turn that when you activate its blocker, you can take out one of your field cards and restand this card. So yeah, one of the removal of your field card and a blocker for your opponent's turn. This is a dual attack 20k, but if you have a terrified realization, it could be a 25k attacker. And this is one of another Frieza clan, but this cannot be played with anticipated onslaught because it has 3 minimal cost of green cards, so you cannot play this with anticipated onslaught. But this card could be at least at 3 because with every 2 field cards you reduce this card cost in your hand by 1. So it has a deflect and double strike. This will surely hit your board, and active once per turn you could take out one of your field cards, KO one of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier and choose and your opponent and then choose up to one card in your opponent's hand and discard it. So this is a good hand destruction and also a good board control for your opponent, and it has a double strike, and this can restand after you pop one of your field cards. So yeah, it's a really good card. Alright, for some counterplays in my deck, and this is a very essential. This is a free counterplay, Frieza Charismatic villain, because if you have a UNISON card, this is a free counterplay, but you could only play this once per turn in your opponent's round, because you can play another counterplay if you play this. So I usually play this last because I have other counterplays in this deck. So, but these are really good counterplay, because when you play this, you could choose up to one of your opponent's battle card with 7 or less and KO them. And in your turn, if you have terrified realization field card in your battle area with other 3 field cards in your battle area, this card is a 50k attacker. Alright. And another counterplay for this deck is this cooler Effortless strike. Now, if you have field cards, you can reduce this cost by hand for each extra card in your battle area and drop area. So basically, if you have 3 extra cards in your battle area or in drop area, this counterplay is only cost by 1. And when you play this card, counterplay, when your opponent's playing 4 or less, they would go to drop area instead of being played. And when this card is played, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hands, they will discard 1 from it. So usually I play this first before I play this charismatic Frieza, because after I play this charismatic Frieza, I cannot play any more counterplay in that turn. So this really good counterplay. Another battle card negates for this card is this King Cold Supreme Ruler. This is a really good card, especially when your opponent is going for the kill, because when you negate the attack and then play this card, and when you play this card, when your opponents attack your leader card, they should discard 1 from their hand. And you can reduce this energy cost, but if for 1 for each battle card, for each green extra card in your battle area. So if you have 2 field card in your battle area, this only costs 1 for the turn. So these are really good negate for stunning your opponents. So alright, let's go for the extra cards. One of my favorite negates is this. It's a free negate if you have 3 or more. If you have 3 or more green extra card field in your battle area, this is a free negate and also a board controller, because negate the attack and then choose up battle cards in your opponent's battle area with the energy cost a total of 3 or less and KO them. I really love this card. It's a free negate and board control. Alright, another favorite negates of mine is from Battle Evolution set. This is Homicidal Clone. Again, this is a 2-time defender for your opponent's turn, because the first thing is you could get to negate the attack and then play a blocker. With a token that would be a blocker for that turn. And you can play this card just by playing a life, just getting a life from your life area, and you could play this for just by getting a life. And you could play this with if you have 5 or less life. Alright, of course, one of super combo for this card is this Defending Father Paragus. You get to draw 2 cards and choose 1 card in your hand and send it to warp. And this is a plus 10k boost. Alright, some of the tech cards in this deck is this Paragus the Sacrifice. This is one of a great combo for Berryblue, because you could pop one of your cards in battle area. Take note, choose 1 green card from your battle area. It doesn't have to be battle cards. So choose 1 green card. It could be one of your field cards put it in the drop area and draw one, and then activate its Berryblue's ability. Play one energy and play one field cards from your drop area into your battle area. So these are really good tech cards for removing your battle area and playing again field card in your deck. And another tech card is this Supreme Kai for double strike, of course, because you'll never know when to double strike your opponent for the turn kill. And this is one of my favorite tech cards in this deck, the Frieza Imperial Inspiration, because if you manage to have a double strike with Unstoppable Invasion or double strike with Kai, you could also combo this card for additional 5k and gains critical for that turn. So imagine your King Cold has buff from Unstoppable Invasion, it has 25k double strike, and then you attack and the opponent doesn't eat, you get to combo this card for 30k critical double strike. So these are really good tech cards in my build, so I really love this card. Another tech cards for this deck, because you have a lot of extra cards in the deck and sometimes you cannot manage to combo it, so this 118 will help you to gain advantage from your disadvantage, because when you combo this card you could discard one extra card in your hand, and then it gains plus 6,000 combo power for that turn. So imagine you have 11k combo power just by discarding a extra card in your hand, because sometimes you have a lot of field cards when you draw and you cannot play them all at once, so sometimes it will be stuck to your hand. So 118 is a really good tech for that, using that extra card for another combo turn. And the SCR that I'll be playing in this card, hopefully it's not the Majin Buu SCR. That would be a pretty much good combo with the UNISON, the Majin Buu, because it is a counter. So if you want to swing the game for triple strike with this King Vegeta, when you attack this but your opponent's negate, you can use the counter Majin Buu SCR and go for the kill. But sadly, I don't have that card, the SCR Buu. So but the SCR I replaced is a really good tech in my build. Especially, I do have a lot of counter plays and negate battle cards, because the SCR I've been playing is this Cell Xeno. It has a successor of 12 for free. It has Deflect, Quadruple Strike, and if you play this, if you have 5 or more energy and you play this, you choose 3 cards from your opponent's hand and discard it. I managed to play this in the regionals, yes, because I have a lot of counterplay cards. I have King Cold, I have Cooler. Yeah, I have Cooler, a 4 cost, a King Cold Negate for 3 cost, and Charismatic Frieza 5 cost. So that's a total of 12 that I could play this. And also I have 2 less cards. I have 3 drop Frieza, 2 drop Frieza, 1 drops. I have 1 drop, so it really works in my build, because I have a lot of battle cards in my battle area. So I managed to play this in my regionals, in 2 of my games in the regionals. So, and it's a really good finisher, and it's a real surprise. So this is basically my King Cold build. Yeah, it lacks the SCR Buu and the Dormant. I don't have any Dormant. It's really hard to get Dormant these days in the Philippines, because we have a short supplies of Series 10 to 12. Excuse me. But yeah, I managed to build this deck without some of the key cards. Yeah, alright, so let's go to my battle experience from the Oceana Regional. So my first match was Hat Yak, the Black Hat Yak. It's really hard for me. By the way, I won at that game, the first game I won, but it's really hard for me to win because Hatchak really controls your attacking power, because you could only attack 1 battle card for your turn. because of the leader's ability. So imagine I have a lot of counter plays. I do manage to counter plays. I do manage to play this counter plays, and I have a lot of a lot battle cards to attack in my turn. But because of the leader's restriction of Hatchak, I can only attack one. But good thing, this King Vegeta's triple strike got me win in the game. So that was my first game. It's really hard for me to play around that. Because to be honest, I haven't fought any Hatchak way before Series 8, so I don't have any idea how to deal with the Hatchak. But I managed to win. But I also like to thank sorry, I forgot his name, but it was really fun playing with him. He's so nice and he's so very patient to me. Yeah, and yeah, that was the first game. Alright, my second game was with the Goku Surge, the red blue, the one that has a lot of also extra cards to play with around, and I really love playing with that guy who used that deck because he's so very calm. He's so very detailed when it comes to playing. For example, alright, I'm gonna look at the top tier of my deck because of this ability. This is my hand, I put it aside, and you know, he's very detailed, he's very honest, and so calm, so patient. It's a really good player for the community, and yeah, hats off to you for playing with me like that, so very patiently and so detailed and so honest. Yeah, it's so honest. I really love playing with honest people. There's that is the heart of the community, the honest people in the but yeah, I do win with the Awaken Surge, and I do manage to play this I did manage to play this cell in my turn 4, I guess, or turn 5, and win the game. But it's really hard to play. It's really hard matchup because it has a lot of negates. I really want to end the game with this King Vegeta of triple strike, but it always negating it, and also my King Cold double strike. King Cold also negating. So we did manage to mid-range fight. So I did manage to play this and win for the game. All right. My third matchup was with Mecha Frieza, also a good player. There are a lot of Mecha Frieza out there, by the way. I managed to play 2 Mecha Frieza. So this is my first matchup with Mecha Frieza. I did well, but I lose because I lack just a 5k combo power. I think he comboed 75k for the kill, and I only have 75k in my defense combo. So yeah, I only lack 5k in that combo, but it's a really fun experience. Although it's my first time battling with Mecha Frieza. I haven't battled Mecha Frieza yet, even test playing with my other Filipino players. It was my first time, so it's hard for me because Mecha Frieza has a lot of tech happening in that deck. But yeah, I lost with just a 5k combo, but it was a good match. The player was so nice. Alright, my fourth match is against a Filipino player with the green Goku from set 10 that has ability to wipe your board just by getting 2 cards from your life. So it was a good matchup. I did also manage to play this SCR at my 5th turn and managed to discard 3 cards from his hand, and I managed to discard the negates from his hand, and then when I attack, I combo out, and I forgot that this leader can pop out battle cards in active battle, so my SCR just got popped out after even I combo it. But luckily I do still have my UNISON at that time. I have an attack and a double strike in my Frieza, so I did manage to win against him. Alright, my 5th match was with Mecha Frieza again, but this time I really I did have a hard time playing with this Mecha Frieza because his tempo was really good. He has a good hand, and most of the time, my cards are always in rest mode. So that that was hard for me. Even though I play counter plays, no, I didn't even play my counter plays because I usually I usually retain two of my energy to be in active mode, uh, just for the counter plays that I need, or counter attacks that I need. But that Mega Frieza managed to rest all of my energy, and yeah, that was a hard for me. That was a hard loss for me. My, but it was a good match. The player was also nice. He was also polite, and it's very nice. Australian people, Oceana people are really kind people. I encourage you guys to join their tournaments. They are accommodating people. They are nice. They are patient, and they're honest. All right, for my sixth match, the last round, I play with Dark Broly. All right, Dark Broly. I really don't have any idea what that Dark Broly does, but it was a good match. I did lose, yeah, because Dark Broly managed to control my field. I do have this SCR in my hand, but I cannot play it with successor because Dark Broly always pop out my battle cards, sending it to warp. Also in my hand, sending it to warp. So that was really hard for me. We got into the turn 5. It's really good turn play for me to have successor, but yeah, I don't have any battle cards in my field. He controlled my battle area, my battle cards, so that was really hard for me. And I tried to win with UNISON or with my leaders double strike or triple strike, but he always negate, and that was yeah, that was a hard match for me. So that went my results to 3 win and 3 loss. But overall, I really have a great time playing with those people, those Oceana people. You're really good community guys. I love you guys. And my final rank was I'm in a 32 32nd place out of 91 players. I think that's not bad for me, and my first time joining regionals. So it's really I really had a fun experience playing with Oceana. I'm really gonna play again in this June. And the Oceana people there are so nice, so accommodating, so friendly. So yeah. So sorry guys, this video was too long, but that was my experience with the Oceana Regional. I really had fun playing with Oceana people, and this is my version of King Cold. I'll try to improve this deck in my next regionals. Let's see what can I do about it to improve my deck in the next original. Or if you have any idea, except for having that Bull and Dormant, I know it's obviously I need those, but I don't have access to those cards yet. So if you have any kind of tech cards for this deck, comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I do hope that you learn from this build, and I do hope you get some ideas to tweak with this King Cold deck. And yes, again, thank you for watching the videos, and thank you again for the Oceana community for a great time with the regionals and with those accommodating players and so patient and honest players in the Oceana. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe and comment down below what do you want for my next content. And yeah, thank you guys. See you again soon. Bye, Hobbyist.